Somalia is rising, and we are determined to stay the course.
And now, more than ever, we must stay our course.
The progress achieved so far is because the Somali people have embraced a new dawn, and our relentless partners continue to work with us.
On these critical stakes over the past year would not have been possible without the courageous support of IGAD member countries, the African Union.
There are some serious challenges beyond the control of the Somali government.
On its appointment, the federal government of Somalia faced multiple complex challenges, a stark lack of resources, and only very basic institutional and government structures.
Terrorism remains one of our pressing challenges, with its repercussions felt globally. As such, our unity in addressing this scourge collectively and sustainably is critical.
More than 70% of the south central regions of Somalia has been liberated from the scourge of Al-Shabaab.
No effort should be spared in neutralizing the growth and influence of international terrorists.
This past year has been a rise in terrorist groups and activities around the world. Today, the reach of terrorists is not confined to just one country. It's a global issue.
Terrorist organizations such as ISIS, Al-Qaeda,
Al-Shabaab must not be defeated only for other extremist groups such as ISIS militant group to replace.
Efforts to step up military interventions against such groups should be redoubled.
This struggle must be redoubled.
In Somalia, we've made significant strides, which we have weakened the capability of Al-Shabaab. In this regard, I would like to thank AMISOM for their sacrifice, unfailing support, dedication and solidarity in the fight against the Shabaab.
The foundation for the future has been laid through our clear military defeat of Al-Shabaab, possible only through the joint effort of the Somali National Army and the African Union mission to Somalia.
Across the world, disillusioned youth are at heightened risk of exploitation by criminal networks, including terrorists.
This past year has been a rise in terrorist groups and activities around the world. Today, the reach of terrorists is not confined to just one country. It's a global issue.
To ensure the sustainability of such gains, we focused on strengthening the military capability of our national security forces.
We are investing in strengthening our Somali national forces. The Somali National Army is a key element in defeating Al-Shabaab.
However, the arms embargo imposed against Somalia is a severe limitation towards this objective.
And we are working with our international partners to ensure that we have a well-trained, well-equipped, integrated national army.
Also relating to this issue and funding generally, we must find predictable funding for non-UN peacekeeping missions. This is particularly true for AMISOM in Somalia.
That is simply not good enough, but AMISOM must be reinforced and expanded.
For over a decade, they have registered tremendous success, yet they continue to operate in uncertainty of funding each year. We believe that investment in peacekeeping is worthy investment in peace building and state building. And we have seen the positive outcomes of this investment in Somalia. Somalia is one of the countries ravaged by a vicious cycle of man-made and natural disasters created directly by environmental degradation.
However, it grieves me to report today that the humanitarian situation in Somalia is extremely critical.
Rains are scarce, leading to crop failure and death of livestock, which subsequently leads to drought and famine.
About 3.2 million Somalis need life-saving or livelihood assistance in Somalia right now.
Currently, the humanitarian situation of millions of Somalis remain fragile as the bite of the current drought, which still threatens to develop into famine, continues.
A terrible mix of drought, rising food prices, increasing malnutrition, and insecurity is plunging the humanitarian situation in Somalia to a crisis.
Our national development plan stipulates a clear and realistic roadmap to breaking this vicious cycle.
A sustained and scaled-up response is required now to prevent a free fall.
Oftentimes, pledges are made only to be neglected later.
We've made major progress in public financial management reform, putting in place greater accountability measures.
Conversely, development partners are often frustrated with the weak transparency and accountability institutions that exist.
Together, we can make Somalia strong again.